Welcome everybody to another episode of the Talking with Heroes talk show program. I am Bob Calvert, founder and host. Behind the camera, Keith Knight, Iraq veteran, my son-in-law. And our website addresses are talkingwithheroes.com and thank you for your service.us. We're on the road right now, visiting with another nonprofit organization that are members of R4Alliance.org. We're here with Freedom Service Dogs of America, freedomservicedogs.org. And Michele, you're the CEO. If you could tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and about the organization.
Certainly. So I started with Freedom Service Dogs in January of this year. I have many years' experience working in nonprofits. Was really attracted to Freedom Service Dogs because of the mission. We transform the lives of people with visible and invisible disabilities by custom training rescue dogs for individual client needs. So our clients could include children, active duty military, veterans, or other adults with disabilities. And some of the disabilities that we can assist with is post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, MS, cerebral palsy, spinal cord injuries, and a whole host of other types of disabilities. We were founded in 1987. We are in a current facility that houses about 30 dogs. We are about to move in August to our new facility that will allow us to double our services. Unfortunately, we have about 50 people on our wait list right now. About 24 of those are veterans who are waiting for a service dog. And so our new facility will allow us to cut down that wait time, which currently is about 18 months to get a service dog.
So you're having a grand opening with
September 22nd, so please come join us.
We'll come out too and do some more video recording.
Wonderful.
Okay, and standing next to you is Samantha Roberts. You're a dog caretaker. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Samantha Roberts, and I am a canine caretaker. And I have Halo with me today. She has been placed with a client, so she is an active service dog, and she's a little distracted right now. Halo, come. Good girl. Good girl.
So we're going to go to a number of different locations here. Your location here. Tell us a little bit what we're going to see here.
So right now we're in the indoor dog kennel area. So we have 3 different pods of dogs. We have night kennels and day kennels. And Samantha can tell us a little bit more about what happens inside.
So inside, this is where the dogs spend the night. They're in the larger kennels at night. They have lots of room and cozy beds and toys to play with all night long. And then during the day, we train them to be in crates. So the smaller crates are during the day. So when they're placed with a client, they are able to be in an area and just be quiet and calm for that client, so the client's not having to chase their dog all over their house. And then when it's really nice out during the summer or spring or fall, we have the dogs outside in outdoor kennels, which allows them a little bit more freedom, and they enjoy the nice weather, and they get to sunbathe and all of that. So,
why don't we walk through here and film, and you can kind of let people talk about what we're seeing.
Sure. So we'll come in here first. Let's go. So this is what a typical kennel would look like. They have a nice cozy bed to lay on. They've got lots of water, lots of toys, and this is where they would spend the night. And they get a Kong every night. So we fill it with different treats, and we top it with peanut butter or yogurt and applesauce, and they get a little treat at night before we leave.
So in addition to the training that we do for the dogs are with us between 7 and 10 months. That's how long it takes to train a dog to become a service dog. The cost for a service dog for us is about $30,000, but it is free of charge to our clients. So all of our clients get our dogs free of charge, which is very unusual and unique about Freedom Service Dogs as well. So the dogs are also in training throughout the day. So our trainers will come in, they'll grab the dogs, they'll take them, and they'll do training. If it's a new dog, about 20 minutes is the most they can train and pay attention at one time. And the dogs like Halo, who are placed or have been matched with a client, are in training much longer.
And we also have lots of wonderful volunteers that come in and they walk the dogs, they'll bathe the dogs, they'll brush them, so they will spend time playing with them, and they get lots of attention. We try to not have the dogs just in their crates hanging out by themselves for very long during the day. So our goal is to get all of the dogs out to training, to a walk, and to playtime every day. So they get a lot of attention.
How many dogs do you have in here now?
Well, they're outside at the moment. We have fosters that are going to come for the weekend. So all of our dogs will go to a foster home for the weekend so that they get some time in a home. They get to learn how to be in a house. They get a break from training, and they just get to be a dog and run around a yard and that kind of thing. And so we have...
Usually on site we have anywhere between 20 and 30 dogs, and so it varies depending on if they're in training. Another unique thing about Freedom Service dogs is that most of our dogs actually go to prison. So prison, the Colorado State Prison has a canine companion program, and so most of our dogs would go to prison for 12 weeks for basic obedience training. So not only are we rescuing dogs and transforming the lives of people with disabilities, we're also helping rehabilitate individuals who are incarcerated.
Tell us a little bit about Halo.
So Halo is graduating tomorrow, and she has been placed with a client, and she is going to be helping that client. I'm not quite sure who she's placed with, but she's going to be helping that client with various tasks. She can retrieve things. She can pick things up off the floor for people. She can also open doors and I'm sorry.
Turn on lights.
Turn on lights. And the handicap door buttons, she can open those for somebody if they were in a wheelchair. So she is able to help them in a variety of ways to make their life better. And that's the whole goal of Freedom Service dogs.
Checking me out here.
She is.
And so what's really unique about FSD is that the dogs are custom trained to that individual. So those are some of the tasks that our dogs learn. For a veteran with PTSD, we would train that dog to do post and block. So the dog will actually lay in front of or behind the veteran to provide some safe space for that individual when they're out in public. We've trained dogs to go in to a house, to turn all the lights on in every room and clear the room so the veteran felt safe coming in to the house. One of our clients, unfortunately, when they were in Iraq, their responsibility was to go into the buildings and clear it, make sure there are no bombs or people or any kind of dangers. And so when that veteran came home, he could not go into his house at night. And so he actually slept in his car if he got home after dark. And so we trained that dog to, once they got inside, to clear that house so the veteran felt safe going into his own home.
Okay. So there's more on this side we want to show people?
We can walk around.
So we can walk around.
This is Petey, our resident cat, who helps us learn if the dogs can be placed in a home with cats.
Manners.
So Petey's a very strong cat.
Obviously, to be around all the dogs,
Yes.
just walk right up to them.
He kind of rolls the roost
Make
in
you
here.
famous.
So we have another kennel area in here.
And it's being cleaned at the moment.
Okay.
So we clean our kennels every day, and the purpose of that is not only to keep from not only we clean the kennels to not only prevent diseases from spreading, but also to make sure that the dogs are in a nice environment, a clean environment. We do our best to get mopped and disinfected and new blankets every day. And so they get to have a nice environment even here at the kennels so that they can have a cozy place to sleep at night. We can walk down there if you want. Let's go.
This is Tino. Tino was just released from training, so not all of our dogs graduate into service dogs, and the dogs that don't may become therapy dogs, or we adopt them out. So someone is watching and loves Tino. Tino is up for adoption.
It's very fun, big guy. Kayla, leave it. Good girl. Okay.
I want to give a special shout out to Purina that donates all of our dog food to us.
Hey, Ruby, quiet. Leave it. Leave it. Zeus is another one of our adoptable dogs. Manners. Go, Zeus.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll close this segment here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be going outside to another area, so we'll have another segment. I think you wanted to thank some people.
Yes, just want to do a shout out to Purina. They donate all of the food for our dogs. And we have a wish list on Amazon. So if anybody's interested in donating, you can go to Amazon and donate treats and toys and Kongs and what else do we need? Blankets and beds and all kinds of things. So we are very grateful for our volunteers and for our donors who we couldn't do this without them.
Yep, same with us too. So since I'm non-tech Bob and I don't add up the credits on the end, so we have it on here. These are our website addresses, freedomservicedogs.org, our alliances, and also the people that made it possible for us to be here, Colin, Bill, and Eric. Without them, I probably would not be doing these trips. Why wouldn't be? Okay. So I want to ask you, though, you've watched the video now. Share it with everybody you can on social media. And we have more coming from the Freedom Service Dogs of America in Englewood, Colorado.